There is a prison most people never escape. It has no bars, no guards, no walls you can touch, but it is real, and billions of people spend their entire lives inside it without ever realizing they're trapped. The prison is other people's opinions. Today, we're going to talk about how to walk out.
Before we go further, let's be honest about something. You were never supposed to stop caring entirely. That's not the goal. And anyone who tells you to simply not care what people think has never understood the problem. We are social creatures. The need for belonging is wired into our biology, as ancient and real as hunger or fear. The goal isn't indifference. The goal is freedom. The difference between those two things will change everything.
The first thing you need to understand is this. Most people are not thinking about you. The person you embarrassed yourself in front of last Tuesday, they've thought about their own embarrassments far more than yours. The colleague who saw you stumble over your words in that meeting, they spent the rest of the day thinking about what they said, not what you said. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. We dramatically overestimate how much attention other people pay to us, our mistakes, our appearance, our choices. A landmark study by Gilovich at Cornell University showed that people consistently believe others notice them far more than they actually do. The spotlight is mostly in your own head.
The second thing, the people whose opinions control you, most of them are not thinking carefully about your life. They're reacting, projecting, seeing you through the lens of their own fears and unresolved questions. When someone judges your choices, your career, your relationship, your appearance, they are almost never giving you carefully considered wisdom. They are showing you who they are. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. We love ourselves more than others, yet we abandon our own judgment to chase theirs." This is the contradiction at the heart of the problem. The third thing, approval seeking is a habit, and like all habits, it was formed for a reason. In childhood, approval from caregivers was survival. Being liked meant being safe. Being rejected meant being alone, which for a child is genuinely dangerous. Your nervous system learned what others think of me matters enormously. The problem is that the child's survival strategy became the adult's prison. You are no longer dependent on anyone's approval to survive, but your nervous system hasn't received the update. So the first act of freedom is not willpower. It's not telling yourself to care less. It's understanding with genuine compassion for yourself that the fear is old, that it protected you once, and that you are safe now.
The fourth thing, start practicing what the Stoics called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of what you fear. Ask yourself, what specifically am I afraid people will think? Say it out loud. Now, ask the next question, and then what? If they think that, what actually happens? In almost every case, the honest answer is nothing catastrophic. Life continues. You continue. The fear lives almost entirely in the anticipation, not in the reality. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who was born a slave and died one of the most respected thinkers in Rome, said this: "Men are disturbed not by the things which happen, but by the opinions about the things." The event is neutral. Your interpretation creates the suffering.
The fifth thing, build what psychologists call a personal board of directors. Instead of seeking approval from everyone, which is impossible, choose 3 to 5 people whose judgment you genuinely respect. People who know you, love you, and want the best for you. Those are the only opinions that earn a seat at the table of your self-evaluation. When the anxiety rises, when you feel the pull to check how you're being perceived, ask yourself, is the person judging me on my personal board? If the answer is no, and it almost always will be, their opinion is simply not relevant data. This is not arrogance, this is discernment. The inability to filter whose opinions matter is what makes the crowd so loud. The sixth thing, and perhaps the most important, build something. People who are deeply absorbed in creating something, a business, an idea, a skill, a life that means something to them,
simply have less cognitive bandwidth to spend monitoring what others think. This is not a personality trait, it's a resource allocation. When your attention is fully invested in something that matters to you, the crowd goes quiet. Not because you forced it, but because you stopped pointing the microphone at them. The cure for excessive self-consciousness is not self-focus. It is purposeful outward focus. Build something worth building, and the noise will fade on its own. So let's bring this together. You will never fully stop caring what people think, and you shouldn't. But you can learn to care strategically, choosing whose voice earns weight and whose opinion simply passes through. You can understand the spotlight effect and recognize that the audience watching your mistakes is far smaller than your fear insists. You can trace the approval-seeking back to its origin and offer that younger version of yourself some long overdue compassion. You can use the Stoic tools, premeditatio, discernment, the question of what actually happens if the worst is true, and you can build something real, something yours, that gives your attention somewhere better to live. The prison of other people's opinions has no lock on the outside. It only locks from within.